Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zakir Jacob. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the campaign trail over the weekend on more than one occasion compared the Congress's manifesto to a document inspired by the Muslim League. He claims that it was partisan, it was communal, and it caters to the needs and aspirations of just one community, the minority Muslim community. The Congress party has hit back saying that whatever is there in the manifesto is only meant for the upliftment of minorities who are one of the poorer sections of society. Congress's Jairam Ramesh has gone to the extent of saying that it was the Hindu Mahasabha, the precursor to the modern-day BJP and RSS, which had actually teamed up with the Muslim League much before independence in provinces like Sindh and Bengal. So the question is, in 2024, in the campaign to elect the next government, the 18th Lok Sabha as it were, who exactly is bringing historic references and who exactly is playing politics here? We'll get to that and more in just a bit. But first, the story of how the Muslim League politics is now resonating on the campaign trail because of the Congress's manifesto and the BJP, from the Prime Minister downwards, deciding to make this an election issue.
कांग्रेस ने जो घोषणा पत्र बनाया है उसमें भी मुस्लिम लीग की छाप है। साथियों, कांग्रेस को आज भी देश के लोगों की जरूरत से कोई लेना देना नहीं है।
जिस तरीके की रणनीति और राजनीति कर रहे हैं और तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति कर रहे हैं, देश ने इनको माफ नहीं किया है और आगे भी माफ नहीं करेगा।
It was not the Congress party which was in bed with the Muslim League. It was the founder of the Bharatiya Janata Sangh. But the real reason for the target is to rewrite the constitution. I mean, is this a language that behooves the Prime Minister?
All right, so let's take you through this clash that has now erupted in the wake of the Congress's manifesto. The BJP is saying this is similar to a Muslim League document and this is pure appeasement politics. So let's break it down for you. What does the manifesto say and what is the BJP's counter to it? The Congress's manifesto says the party, if elected, will ensure that minorities have the freedom of choice when it comes to dress, food, language and personal laws. The BJP is countering that by saying the Congress will not support the Uniform Civil Code and it only will continue with binary laws. If the Congress supports UCC, one wouldn't have to explicitly say that they will support the freedom of choice when it comes to dress, food, language, etc. The Congress's manifesto says they will restore the Maulana Azad scholarship for studying abroad and also increase scholarship for minority students. The BJP's counter is that this is active discrimination on the basis of religious lines, and that too in a sensitive area like education. The Congress's manifesto says that the Congress will ensure that banks and non-banking financial institutions will provide institutional credit to minorities, loans if you will, without any discrimination. The BJP's counter to that is that bank credit has also now been communalized by the Congress party. The Congress's manifesto says if elected, they will ensure that minorities get opportunities in all sectors without discrimination. The BJP is saying that this is nothing but a tacit promise to provide quotas on the basis of religion, which of course the Constitution of India explicitly denies or explicitly says that can't be the case. The manifesto says that economic empowerment of minorities is crucial for the overall growth of the country. The BJP's counter to that is that minorities are the biggest beneficiaries of the Modi government's welfare schemes, and it has challenged the Congress party and other opposition parties to show that there's been any discrimination when it comes to Labharti politics, which the Modi government has practiced over the last 10 years. So, the question is, who is playing politics, and is this the issue that's going to dominate the 2024 campaign cycle? Here in our studios, I'm joined by Smita Prakash, editor of ANI. Swapan Das Gupta is leader of the BJP, former Rajya Sabha member of Parliament. Mohan Kumar Mangalam is spokesperson of the Congress party. Nirja Chaudhary, senior journalist who's tracked the last 10 Lok Sabha elections. Let me start with you, Smita Prakash. The Congress is saying, look at what our manifesto is saying, restoring Maulana Azad scholarships, economic empowerment of minorities, ensure that banks provide institutional credit. What is so discriminatory? What is so Muslim League about this?
I
is what
really
they're
don't
asking.
know. I think it's a kerfuffle, really. Going back again, it's more of a trading of words and a war of words between the two. And because of the focus on minorities in the Congress manifesto, it's like a red rag to the BJP. So they are, of course, going to pick on that issue. And now today, we've been seeing, since yesterday, in fact, for the past 24 hours, we've been seeing history lessons which have been going on from going back to Savarkar, and then you're going back to Quit India movement and Muslim League, and some even saying going back to the Lal Bal Pal of our history lessons. You know, the entire discussion has become so murky. To me, I think what the BJP should have picked on, which they haven't, is about the redistribution of wealth. Which Rahul Gandhi mentions, and it's talked about in the manifesto. I think that should have been something the BJP should have picked up. Instead, it has gone into its what everybody thought it would, which is the Muslim League.
So is this then an attempt at politicizing this issue to the extent that the BJP wants to paint the Congress as a Muslim party and wants to paint itself as a Hindu party?
Well, you know, when a manifesto is brought out, it's inevitable and inescapable that it's going to be politicized. After all, this is all about politics. So here you had two aspects in which the Congress manifesto could have been attacked. One is not necessarily for what it has said, but what it can imply. And it's this overbearing thing on minorityism. And that is a very easy stick to beat the Congress with. You know, then the Congress goes on to say that, you know, this Rahul Gandhi's thing that India is not a nation but a union of states, and it goes into this almost a quasi-confederal setup which it advocates. Now that's a very easy one to beat. And that's why the Muslim League allusion has been brought into this picture. Now,
No, the Congress's contention is this minority section is just one page out of some 45 pages that they have in their manifesto.
I mean, okay, but in the past, Article 370 was one clause in an entire manifesto. All the Ram Mandir was also one clause. So
The
it's
nuclear test was also one sentence.
Exactly. So it's that's not the issue. You know, it's a question of, you remember Manmohan Singh's very, or rather infamous statement that all the resources of the nation,
First right of
all the resources should go to the minority. And that is the baggage which the Congress still carries. And no wonder the BJP is attacking it for that. And therefore, it's almost taunting the Congress to say that you don't believe that. And the Congress won't be able to say that. Because the Congress is also hedging. The Congress is also giving conflicting, ambivalent signals to its core support base.
So let me ask Mohan Kumar Mangalam, the spokesperson of the Congress party. I mean, the similarities between the Congress manifesto's language and the Muslim League resolution back from the 1940s. This is what the Congress manifesto says, and I quote, "We will encourage reform of personal laws with the consent of all concerned communities." The Muslim League resolution back from the 40s says, "No bill shall be passed if 3/4 members of any community oppose for interests of the said community." The BJP's contention is, in a democracy, can there be a greater argument for a uniform civil code? If all Indians, all citizens are equal before the law, as per Article 14 and 15, then why the Congress